Man, I just got home from seeing him. Him? Hey, oh my God. This is a fresh out of theater reaction. Listen, I guess it was a lot going on. We're going to get into it in the video. But before we get into that, make sure you like this video and write in the comments. Let me know right below. Did you enjoy this movie? Have you seen it yet? Of course, this is going to be a non-spoiler review, but out the gate, I've been waiting for this movie. I was one of the people that thought that this would be a Jordan Peele production. I thought this was his new movie. You know, we had Get Out, we had Nope, we had Us. I thought this was the next iteration, but this movie is being produced by Jordan Peele's company. So let's get that out the way, guys. So it's not a Jordan Peele film. It's someone else's film, but it's being produced by Jordan Peele's company. So now that that's out the way, let's really get into it. This movie has a lot of Jordan Peele-isms, I guess is the best way to put it, because I absolutely left this theater terrifying. But before I get into that, I need to probably set the scene again, because for me, I am a horror movie fan and I am a sports guy. I thought it was fitting that I would do this review in my Texans jacket with my Texans hat on Thursday night football. So I love football. I love horror movies. So to see a film that put both of them together was incredible. I was the only person in my theater. So it was me in a room, in a big empty room with no one else there, setting the scene. I left the theater. There was no one else. I think I was the only person besides the workers that was in this movie theater. So all this is kind of what probably stacked up on it and had me a little terrified. But I completely left this movie traumatized. As someone who loves sports, who loves football, who loves basketball as well, but football is my number one love. I really left out this movie thinking like, what did I just watch? I posted on my Facebook page, WTF did I just watch? I am officially traumatized. I have not been like this since the movie The Grudge. When I was younger, that movie did something to me that stuck with me for a lifetime. This movie was an incredible, incredible movie to me. There were some things that had its flaws, and we'll get to those in a little bit, but I want to be able to soak in on a lot of the good things. And some of the good things that I saw, well, the best thing about this movie is Marlon freaking Wayans. Marlon freaking Wayans. I want to say his name one more time. Marlon freaking Wayans. He put on probably the single best performance in his entire career. I don't have any notes, guys. This is just literally off the top of my head. And this is a true reaction. Y'all the first people I'm talking to about this, but he put on a masterful performance. His character and what he was able to do and the emotion that he was able to bring out, the fear, the dedication, the commitment that he was able to instill in this character was incredible. And I apologize, I don't know who his co-star name is. Maybe I should have looked that up before starting this video, but he was incredible as well. I definitely can see him doing more things in the future, because after this movie, he should blow up. Okay, he should go to the next top. So, and they're not the only two. The acting as a whole in this movie was just all around just incredible. I just enjoyed all of their performances, but Marlon definitely stood out to me. Being a comedian, coming from the comedy world and stepping into this horror world, he was very terrifying as his character in the movie. Of course, he's this quarterback that's in the league who has 8 Super Bowls. So they had to get one more than Tom Brady. He has 8 Super Bowls and he is considered the GOAT. This movie is all about what are you willing to sacrifice to become the GOAT? If you want to be the greatest of all time, What are you willing to sacrifice? We've seen athletes talk about this. We've seen Shannon Sharp say the kids had to go without. It's why some of them don't get married, because your spouse has to go without. When you're truly great at your sport and when you're putting in the time and the work, you only have a short window. You only have 10 to 12 to 13 years. If I'm talking for the great 15, some people get to be lucky and play 20 years. But you only have a finite time that you have to maximize your God-given ability. So what are you going to do to be great? And this movie does an awesome job of depicting that. This movie also has it to where you have these two genres. You have a sports movie and you have a horror movie. And mixing them together, didn't come without its flaws, but I do think they still did a good job. There's a lot of stuff in this movie that wasn't explained. And maybe I have to see the movie again too, because I didn't even have time to really focus on the symbolisms, because I'm just focused in the movie and watching the movie for what it is at base value. I'm not watching the movie trying to get a deeper meaning out of it right away. There's something that's obvious, there's a lot of religion tropes. There's a lot of, sports tropes, there's some Easter eggs and there's some symbolism that you're going to catch. Oh, okay. They're talking about Jesus here. They're talking about, sacrificing, your soul to the, you'll see the different things that they're talking about in the movie, but I think you were going to have to see this movie twice to really get a full grasp of everything that they're trying to get you to see in this movie. There are some things about it though that I feel like didn't work. And my biggest thing about this movie is that I think there's probably too many things that were left unexplained. There was just some things I'm just like, okay, but why is that? But okay, well then who did this? So how did we get here again? I did have that kind of at the end, but none of this came to the very end, which to me, I was okay with the very end of the movie, but it was a little confusing, because the end of the movie is nothing like the rest of the movie. The last 10 minutes of the movie is like, so how do we, but I thought but wait, the last 10 minutes of the movie just was this. Now it wasn't all over the place. It's still a very straight shot. It's just that I guess the best way to put it without spoiling it, it's just escalated very quickly. So with that being said, it just kind of threw me off a little bit, but I still enjoyed it. So I know a lot of people are not going to like the end of the movie. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. I'm very curious to see what other people are saying. Let me know if you've seen it. Let me know what you thought. Please, no spoilers. I just want to know what you thought in the comments below. But it really wasn't for me, but I'm okay with it. I'm in the middle. I know I'm taking the easy way out. I'm in the middle. But for someone who loves football, for someone who loves sports, this makes you look at athletes a little different, like Tom Brady, LeBron James, and Tiger Woods. These people there are the apex they're at the apex of their sport, and the sacrifices that they make behind the scenes. What are you doing? Why does this person never get hurt? Why are they able to keep winning? What is the sacrifices that are being made behind the scenes for these particular once in a generation athletes to be at the top of their game? But I really enjoyed it. I left the movie traumatized. I got up out of my chair. I'm looking around the theater. There's nobody there. I'm walking to the door and I'm hearing noises. I say, oh no, I can't do it. This is definitely one of the movies. This is one of the horror movies where you're going to have to put on some cartoons to ease your mind. But for me, I came to shoot this video, which is going to be good enough for me. But please let me know what you all think. Go out and see him. My movie theater being empty makes me a little worried about you know, if this movie is gonna make the money that it needs, especially with movies in theaters not making as much money as they normally do. So please, y'all go out and see him. Go support Marlon Wayans. This movie is awesome. It's excellent. If you love football, you're gonna really love this movie. If you love horror movies, I do think you'll enjoy this movie as well. But if you love both of them, like myself, then I think you'll have the same reaction that I did. So let me know what you all think in the comments below. And until next time, it's your boy Petry Perfect, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.